Hi everybody, it's me, Miss Kelly, actress, writer, comedian. Today is the day for the FabFitFun giveaway. Like I said, if you're not here, you're not here, but that doesn't mean you won't win. So, I will find you somehow, some way to give you that gift. Like I said in the description, I am having a little mukbang. That's what James Charles says how you have to say it. It's mukbang. So today we're having, this is the Beyond Burger. See, Beyond Burger. There's no meat here. It's pea protein. This is a slice of chow cheese and a burger pickle. This is ketchup with veganese. So in case you were wondering, this is the packaging for the Beyond Burger. See that? And here are the dietary information. I don't know if you can actually see it, but it does have a lot of fat, but it's got 20 grams of protein, 270 calories, and only 2 net carbs, unlike most of the other veggie burgers out there. So this is bariatric friendly. You could eat it, but just gotta make sure that you find your protein, raise up your protein so you don't, outweigh the fat. So this is the Beyond Burger. I have a slice of chow cheese. This is a regular kosher dill burger pickle, and like I said, ketchup and veganese. I can't eat bread, so this is gonna have to be eaten this way. This is my new life now. And I did not eat the whole burger because I cannot eat the whole burger. This is only half. And I'm not sure if I could even eat half yet. I guess we'll soon find out. So this is really good. It does look like a real burger. They do sell it in the meat section in regular grocery stores. So, you'll be right next to it. So this is actually my favorite vegan burger. As you can see, here's this is the inside. It looks like regular ground beef, but there is no, there's absolutely no cow in this burger. This is a Beyond Burger. And you cook it up just like a regular burger. See, here's the package. All they have in here is water, pea protein, isolate. Now, pea protein is really good for you. It's actually very, very high in protein. So, it's got pressed canola oil, coconut oil, cellulose from bamboo. So there's that, cellulose usually comes from an animal, but this is bamboo cellulose. And it's got potato starch, natural flavor, maltodextrin, yeast extract, sunflower oil, vegetable glycerin, dried yeast. Definitely no. And the one thing I don't see in here is there is absolutely no palm oil. So if you were to get a burger at like a McDonald's or Burger King, they would definitely have palm oil in there. So, that's not good, and we really shouldn't be consuming palm oil because that's why the orangutans are going extinct because of the palm oil. So there are some vegan things out there that do have palm oil in there, and I don't believe that should be that way. Palm oil should be outruled as a vegan-related ingredient because it isn't vegan. It comes from a plant, yes, but we're killing orangutans and destroying the environment to get it. There are some vegans out there who will think that's okay, but I don't think that's okay. So this is my first time having the Beyond Burger since my surgery, so I'm hoping my sleeve will be okay. Don't know. I guess we'll soon find out. But it is really good. You would never know that this was not a meat burger. It tastes just like a regular burger. So, and yes, meat can be simulated. It can be simulated from plants. This is really good. Anyways, so I have everyone's name here. who is entered in the FabFitFun starter box giveaway. You're in here. And but the important thing is you have to remember, if you already have FabFitFun, it may be difficult for you to get the starter box. I suggest you have a another email address to do that with. And another thing is you have to remember that there is a $5 shipping fee. But again, it's like $100, over $100 worth of stuff in there. And so you're just paying for shipping, which is $5, which this is really a big bargain. So so that's that. I guess we'll do a mini hot topic thing going here, because I would like to go live again tonight and do hot topics then, but I did collect some along the way this morning. I did not watch Wendy today, so we're not going on by her. So that's okay. I thought this was a really cute story that I had seen on Facebook this morning. It was a 104-year-old granny who had a that she wanted to get arrested for something on her bucket list, and she has fulfilled her bucket list wish to get arrested. So I'm not sure why that would be on someone's bucket list. I guess people think that they're maybe more fun if they get arrested. Maybe it makes them look less boring. Don't know. I wouldn't want to get arrested for anything. I don't think it makes me look more fun if I have been arrested. I have not committed any crimes of any kind, so and I'd like to keep it that way. I've been an animal rights activist since I was 16, and I have gone about it all the right ways, and I have not been arrested or in trouble for anything at all. Although if I were to go to jail, I would do it for a cause such as animals. Not something that, doesn't make sense. But I think that's kind of cute, and it looked like the cops had treated her really nicely. Unfortunately, they don't treat everybody nicely. And I'm not going to go sit here and talk about all cops being bad, because there are some really great ones. Sorry about that. So, I think this is really cute. I don't know why that would be. Hi, Jennifer Odell. I'm not going to be going live for long. I'm probably going to, stay till like 1 o'clock, because I have to go to my support group today. Really important. And but I'll be going live again later tonight, I think, to do more hot topics that I pick up along the way of my day. Maybe I'll talk about my my support group later. Don't know. We'll figure it out, right? So I think this is really cute. I think cops need to do better for other people, but for whatever reason, this granny wanted that on her bucket list, and she can scratch that off. So good for her, So another thing I had seen last night while I was catching up on some TV shows, Janet Jackson will be singing at the Glastonbury festival in England, and for whatever reason, when they made the poster, she was on the top line, but she was last, and Kylie Jenner came before her. I'm not sure why Kylie Jenner would come before a legend such as Janet Jackson. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Kylie Jenner doesn't sing. She doesn't have a musical album. I don't even know what that would sound like if she did. But that doesn't make quite sense. So she went online and made her own poster where she was first. I don't think that's petty or anything like that. I think she should be first. It's Janet Jackson. When was the last time Janet Jackson did a concert? She just had her baby recently, and congratulations on that. She just had a baby recently, so she obviously hasn't been, touring. I'm surprised she's been. I'm kind of surprised she's been silent on the whole issue with her brother. But I guess sometimes we do. If you say too much. Sometimes less is more, and I guess that's why she hasn't come forward and spoken about her brother and this whole scandal. So that is good. And then I just wanted to give a shout out to Paris Jackson. Paris Jackson was in the hospital over the weekend due to a suicide attempt. this documentary, whether or not these little boys are, well, they're not little boys, whether these boys are telling the truth or not, that's, I don't know. I don't really, I'm not buying it. But the truth always comes out somewhere, and I feel like the truth will come out in this situation as well. And unfortunately, Michael's not here to defend himself, so we can't hear it from his side. But there are a lot of people out there who are defending him. And, you have to keep in mind that, if this is true, it's true. And then, of course, I will say something totally different. It's very rare that I would say something about, another victim, and I will never victim shame. And I just find that this story is a little far-fetched in this sense, because, you know, it just seems like 10 years later and we're doing this, and I don't know what kind of satisfaction or justice will be served here. Maybe this could have been done privately instead of doing a this kind of a thing. But it is Hollywood, so it's hard to do anything privately in Hollywood. That is that. But Paris has stated that her father did not do these things, and the way I see life is, I understand that Michael Jackson he had settled out of court last time, and now there's no way of settling or trying to fix this now. He can't defend himself, and, the people who can defend him probably weren't present at the time, or, but there are a lot of people who said that they have spent the same exact time with Michael and didn't experience that, but, you know, first of all, I mean, why are parents sending kids to sleep over an adult man's house to begin with? That doesn't make a whole lot of sense. But, got to keep in mind last time, he did work with these families. He bought one of the families a house and this and that. And here's my thing. Here's my take on this. Now, I have 2 kids, and I'm not with their dad anymore. And, there is, I've been through the courts many, many times, and I could tell you, from my own personal experience, even in Hollywood, if a judge really saw that this was a truthful situation that time, I'm 100% sure that would send red flags, and child services would be in the home to ensure the safety of Paris, Michael, and Blanket. And that, I don't remember that being a part of this story back then. And if he actually really, like I said, judges are mandated reporters, and if they felt that that this story was true, then they would probably, look into it further and probably remove these children from Michael. And they didn't. None of that had happened. So, that's one part of that I kind of trying to figure out here. But again, this documentary, it's out 10 years later. Paris is obviously an adult, and she from what I understand, she had taken it the hardest with the loss of her father. So I'm sure that this documentary is, it's causing some troubles, within herself. Paparazzi and TMZ and all the news, spreading all the stories about her dad, and she's just trying to remember the good times, and we don't know what happened here, and it is indeed very, very sad that Paris Hilton had a suicide attempt, and that's very sad. And I feel like the fathers of the now men, oh yeah, you know what, that kind of makes me think about that too. Why did the fathers commit suicide? Maybe, they know that there is something not right. Maybe they knew that Michael didn't do it. Maybe they know he did. But maybe there's some guilt on their part, because, like I said, why would you send your child to a grown man's house to sleep in his room? Although, according to Aaron Carter, as well as other people, they had said that Michael Jackson's bedroom is 2 floors. Hi, Layla Atwell. How are you? They had said that Michael Jackson's bedrooms were actually 2 floors, so there was plenty of room to. There's some guilt somewhere. Maybe, like I said, maybe the dads are guilty because they sent the kids there. Maybe there's guilt because it didn't really happen, and maybe it didn't really happen, and maybe they're burying the truth that Michael didn't do that. We don't know. We don't know what's going on there, but in the end, I'm doing quite well. Hi, Maya L. Nice to have you here. Welcome. So, we don't know what's going on here, but, some things that I had seen on Facebook were very, very, they were rather, rude and insensitive towards, Paris, Jackson, because, there's been rumors over the years of whether or not, hi Kimber Customs, there's been a lot of rumors over the years as to whether or not Michael Jackson really did father these children biologically, but in a sense, I don't think that really matters. Doesn't really matter. He took care of them. He was their father. You don't have to be be a biological parent to be a parent to a child. You just have to be there and step up and take care of them the best way you can. So I don't think that's the right thing to be saying. We don't know who her father is. Maybe she knows. Maybe she doesn't know. That's not up for us to judge. Excuse me. There are plenty of amazing stepdads out there who, yeah, it takes a real man to be a dad. And, we don't know. We don't know the truth. I know that there was rumors at one point that Macaulay Culkin was the father of one of those kids, because supposedly Michael Jackson couldn't conceive children because of all the abuse from his dad, punching him and kicking him down there. But we don't know, and that's okay. And you know what? She's grieving. She's a grieving child. She lost her father. I don't know what her relationship is with her mother. I think it's pretty much on the rocks. I don't know. She seems to have a really decent relationship with her grandma, Catherine Jackson. I'm sure Titi Janet is amazing to these kids, and as well as Latoya and all of them. But we don't know. We don't know what's going on with Paris. You have to remember, this kid has been in the limelight since she was probably in the womb, even. So this poor kid has suffered, at the hands of being high premier hell. This poor girl has suffered at the hands of the fact that she was born to the king of pop, and she has to deal with that, and that's not really cool, and but. We can't be going and judging, yeah, exactly, Layla. That's exactly it. I mean, what about people who adopt children? Those children are definitely not theirs biologically at all, and but no one's gonna think of them less of a parent as, because of that. Although the birth moms are generally kicked to the side and always forgotten, and taken advantage of. But people seem to forget when people adopt a child that that there is a birth mom out there who gave this gift of life to somebody. But I just didn't really like that part of life. I don't think we should be judging other people's family dynamic. I think that's not the right thing to do. I'm a single parent, and it's not easy. You're right. It's not easy. I take care of two kids, and my kid's dad, I don't know how much time he has left on this earth. He's got muscular dystrophy, and me and him don't get along all that great, but, we're trying at this point. Hi, blessed pro gamer. Nice to have you here. So, so I think in the Jackson situation, hi, Cindy. I think, when it comes to Paris Jackson, I think we need to respect that she has things going on in her life. And, we can't judge. We can't judge the family dynamic. I mean, I had seen that's great. I'm glad you're still here, Maya. I'd seen the movie that Lifetime I did a while ago. And, I believe that Michael was an excellent parent. Maybe he was weird. I think Michael was weird. But you have to understand, he was abused and, always under the limelight since, he was a young boy. And, but that's that. And I don't think we should have the right to say, I don't think we have the right to, judge Paris. Some people really nice about it. There's a lot of people out there who are very rude towards people who have had committed acts of suicide, and that's something we should not be doing. People say, hi Heather. People say people who commit attempt or make it. My angels. Oh, my son is 9 and my daughter is 11, and of course Frankie the pug is gonna be 2 in April 6th. The dog's birthday is on April 6th. We'll have to do a special live event for that. I don't know how or what we're going to do with that, but um, so yeah, I think, that's another problem, is that people like to judge those who have mental health issues, as well as those who have committed acts of suicide attempts, and that's something we shouldn't be doing as a society. It's not somebody taking a cop out in life. It's, you have to understand that mental illness is, that's okay. We only just started about 20 minutes ago. We haven't done the giveaway just yet, so we're doing that. I may be able to go live a little longer than expected, because Uber is doing a special on rides today. For those who don't know, I have really bad PTSD and agoraphobia. I can't drive, so I either take a public bus or I use Uber. But Uber is doing a 50% off sale at the moment, so I can go get around really cheap. For right now. I don't know how long this 50% off thing. So yeah. So back to that. I think society is also um, very judgmental towards people. We're still very far behind on stigma towards people with mental health issues. I know drug addiction. We're still pretty behind on that. You know. We're just very behind on judging people for things that they cannot control. I don't think addiction is something anyone can really control. They don't ask to be an addict. I don't think it's right to blame somebody for I don't think it's okay to blame somebody for getting you started on something either, because you made the choice, and I understand peer pressure is big and bad, but, in the end, you still chose to try those things. Although there is the exception of, medical doctors. Medical doctors make big, big money on drugs. We talked about this yesterday. They make big money on drugs. Painkillers is a business. You know, um, like I was talking about yesterday, they're working. New York State is working on legalizing marijuana, and both counties on Long Island do not want to. Yeah, I have bipolar and PTSD as well. I'm currently being able to control my panic and anxiety without medication. I'm doing quite well. I have new coping techniques, so I don't need to use medication. However, the idea of medicinal marijuana to have around, um, for once in a blue moon is good. Um, but also, when I had my weight loss surgery, um, thank you, Cindy. I'm glad that helps. Well, I am a comedian, and I like to talk about the super things and stuff like that. And I do have goals of becoming famous and helping people that way. So yeah, I mean, I think there are ways of. Listen, I'm not going to pill shame anybody here. So if you have mental illnesses and you have to cope with medication, that's okay. You are you, and you only know how you are going to. You're the only one, and your psychiatrists are the only ones who know how to work with your illness. There are some really great, day programs out there. And like I made, she had a big thing. She admitted that she is living in a sober living house. And I think that is amazing for her to come out and say. She said her own parents didn't even know that she is in a sober living house. I'm not sure why that she went about that way. Maybe she's afraid her parents are going to judge her. Maybe, I don't know. They don't want her, her parents are not young people. Excuse me. Her parents are not young people, so maybe she doesn't want them to worry about her and enjoy their retirement and do what they got to do. I don't know. I mean, of course, there are times in my life where I hide things too. I mean, I think we all have things in our life that, we're very insecure about, and that may be it. But I don't have, major skeletons in my closet. So if anybody wishes to look into me, I have zero skeletons in my closet. I am being very real. I have been treated for mental illness in a hospital setting, because sometimes, you have to do that. And, sometimes your medication isn't right, or your treatment plan isn't good, or maybe you don't have a good psychiatrist, and, a hospital can help you do that. Maybe you just need a mental health break. When I was a kid, and I was 13 years old when I went into the hospital, and I have not experienced addiction other than food, to be honest. Well, let's say that she hates you. I mean, I'm sure she's gonna come around. Give her time. She's probably just, recovering, and she might come around. You know, um, I think that's where, me and my kid's dad are at this point in time. You know, um, he's coming around because he has an addiction to painkillers. He doesn't really do other drugs like crack cocaine or anything like that, but he's very heavy into the painkillers. And again, that's not, in that sense, that's an addiction that's not really created by one person. That's created by a doctor and big pharma. They make these things so if you get injured or you require surgery, it's just something easily addicting, which is why I'm not understanding why here on Long Island we have both counties not wanting to approve marijuana, is in a recreational as well as a medicinal thing. Well, actually, no, we have marijuana. It's yeah, wow. Yeah, hooked on painkillers, and that's something given to you by a doctor. Doctors are supposed to be treating us, not hurting us, and unfortunately, they found a way to treat and hurt and make big money at the same time. I'm not, if you need, a Tylenol here and there, that's one thing, but the thing is with these painkillers, it's just so easy to get hooked on it, and then once you're on it, it's going to be a very hard thing. I see that the government is, here in New York, they're working really hard to make it so you can't buy these things. Plus, there's also other ways of doing it. You don't have to buy the ones that. Wow, she overdosed and still gets them from the doctor. See, that's the thing, is that they're supposed to be creating ways so that you can't do that, but I don't think that really works. When there's a will, there's a way. There's a will, there's a way. If you can't get it from a doctor, there's another doctor. You go to a there's also people who sell it on the street. I know my kid's dad did that once. My kid's dad, his mom is not a young lady, and you know, she um, she would get them, and she would give it to him. Oh wow, that stinks. Yeah, doctor shopping is a big thing. I mean, there's supposed to be another way that the pharmacies are supposed to keep, track of all these things, but I just don't think. Um, I don't know. Honestly, I think, Heather, I think they should be pushing more with the CBD as well as the marijuana thing, but they don't want to do that because they know that they're going to lose a lot of money from the drug companies and insurance money. You have to understand that drugs, medical things like this are big money makers for them. Surgery is a big money maker, but putting people on pain meds is really putting people on pain meds is, they have the surgery once and they're going to be great. Yeah, my CBD oil is not covered for me either. Neither is marijuana. And like I said, these things are a big money maker for them. So they don't want the marijuana to be approved because they want to be able to make that money. And once marijuana is approved, things like cancers and Alzheimer's and all kinds of things are going to be cured, and they're going to lose all that money. So they don't want that. They don't want that. And but back to that. But unfortunately, there are people who judge people for everything nowadays, and that's something that we shouldn't be doing. Of course, and you know what? If you have an argument with somebody, no matter what the argument goes, yeah, clinics. We have those here, pain management specialists. That's what they're called. Um, we have the pain management specialist here. My kid's dad goes to a pain management specialist. He also has a primary doctor who, you can go to. He'll say, my kid's dad says, I want something in the morphine family. Um, there's, one way or another, he's going to find a way to get it. Just like any addict, there's going to be doing that. And they shouldn't, and Layla, nobody should be judging you for smoking marijuana because it's natural. It's not a drug, it's a plant. And, hemp has been around for a really long time. We used to fuel our cars with hemp. Our original, the original American flag was made with hemp. It's a good tool. It's a good tool. It'll solve a lot of problems. Oh, okay, not in Nova Scotia. Oh, okay. Um, I thought Canada had it all legalized. You could all just go buy it. I don't know what I have no idea what it looks like to buy marijuana from a store or anywhere really, because I've never done it. I've never smoked weed, but I have been open to the idea because I have severe PTSD, and that's another thing with PTSD. I was reading a study recently that a woman who suffers domestic violence as well as rape actually suffers the same level of PTSD as a combat veteran. Yes. Oh, it's at stores there. Okay. We're working on it here at Premier Hill. I've heard that if this does pass, that the bodegas around New York will be selling the marijuana, and will be getting, it will, bring in more tax money. Like I said yesterday, our roads are all torn up. They're falling apart. We could fix the roads. We could fix the schools. Maybe get better teachers. I don't know. Or pay the teachers more so they don't have to live on a crappy wage driving Uber on their downtime. Well, I hate that. Don't you hate that when you have a teacher who we are sending our children to learn? These people are helping mold our children into productive, um, great citizens here, and yet we can't pay them a living wage. We can't pay teachers a wage where they can, put things in the classroom that are not on the budget that will help us to help teach our children better, and and they can't afford, to take care of themselves with this. It's sad. It's really sad. Um, but yet we have doctors. Yeah, you can't abuse weed. It's not something you can. I don't think it's something you can abuse. I think it's just like I said, I have PTSD. I don't have as many panic and anxiety attacks anymore, so it'd be like a maintaining kind of thing. When I asked about the medical card, I was yep, I grew up around that too. My dad has alcohol issues, and like I said, my kid's dad has issues with painkillers. And I've also lost a lot of friends due to, medications. Here's the thing, also, I don't know if you know this, but drug addiction, alcoholism, and as well as drug addiction, alcoholism, obesity, um, and smoking cigarettes is a big thing for people with mental illness. It actually, people who have suffered from mental illnesses, actually their lives are cut short because due to the medications that were already prescribed, we need something to counteract those side effects. A lot of I actually did a whole yeah, I can't even drink alcohol, but with bariatric surgery, you're not really supposed to drink any alcohol. Most of it has, the bubbles in it or something of that nature. So yeah, so with mental illness, there's a most people with mental illness find some way to counteract their medications. Yep, you can't overdose on weed, and so a lot of people who have mental illnesses will resort to drugs, they'll resort to alcohol, they'll resort to cigarettes, and food. Somebody had a conversation with me yesterday at my medical office. I go to a clinic that's designated just for people with mental health issues as well as developmental issues, because there is, even in the medical profession, there is stigma towards people who have these issues. They don't really want to deal with us. We're too difficult for them to treat, for us to treat. So it's just better to go to a place that's meant for people with mental health and physical issues. So, but somebody had, one of the caseworkers of another client there had asked me yesterday how I felt about, people who were severely developmentally delayed getting weight loss surgery, and I think that would be a very difficult situation. So I don't know how that would work out, because weight loss surgery is a very, very different thing, and you really have to be there physically and mentally. So I don't know how that would work. I hope that they find something that could help these people, because I do see a lot of people around the clinic who have some form of developmentally delayed or physically challenged, and they're in wheelchairs, and they're overweight, and these group homes and such, they're not really making sure that they eat properly. If they go to a day program, there's no way to monitor that. So so back to that. So with mental illness, a lot of people have their lives cut short. I've lost a lot of friends due to cigarettes and cancers and heart attacks, as well as overdoses and such. But the main issue here, you have to keep in mind that things like Klonopin or even regular old what do you call it, Prozac, they have all these kinds of harsh side effects on people. And drinking coffee, even caffeine's a problem. A lot of people who have mental ill health issues drink a lot of coffee because it helps keep them awake, because a lot of these medications will cause you to be a zombie. This is why I think that oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Layla, but good for you for quitting smoking. That's good. That's good to quit smoking. There is a lot of there are definitely a lot of programs out there that will help you to quit smoking. I know New York State has a program. It's 1-800 New York quits.gov or something, and they'll send you a kit to help you quit smoking for free. A free kit to help you quit smoking. I guess that's another thing is Big Pharma makes big money on, is that if you have a smoker, then they equal cancer and blah blah blah. So yeah, so that's that. With again with Paris Jackson and everybody else, we need to just stomp. Oh, I'm sorry, Layla, to hear that. I'm sorry. Oh, I can't imagine how that would feel to not have parents. But my heart is with you, darling, and so we have that going, and let's see, we've been live for about 40 minutes, so I'm going to get right to it. I'm going to do the FabFitFun giveaway now, and like I said, I'm going to go live again at 9:30 tonight. So if you win, I will comment back with you, and I'm going to give you my email address, so you can email me so I can put your email address in to get the FabFitFun box. So, and here are all the names here. It's in here in my FabFitFun box, so we're going to pick 3. And, if I don't hear from you right away, then I'm going to have to, find another one so it doesn't go bad. And if it goes bad, that's that. So here we go. I'm closing my eyes. Okay, our first winner is Lorena Platas. Lorena Platas. She has won a FabFitFun starter box. I hope she gets in contact with me over this. Like I said, if you already have FabFitFun, I would suggest if you get the starter box using another email address to take care of that. So that's that. And again, if she does not get back in touch with me soon, then we will try to draw another name. So here we go, number 2. All right. Oh, oops. Okay, so here we go, number 2. Okay, and that is Heather Hernandez, Heather H. Heather Hernandez, she has won the FabFitFun starter box. Hopefully she'll get back to me on that as well. Again, like I said, if they don't get back in touch with me, we'll do this again and we'll figure that out. I'm giving them 24 hours to do that, so by tomorrow, same time, 1 o'clock, we will do that. And here we go. I'm closing my eyes and I'm pulling a name, and we have Missy Slaughter. Missy Slaughter has won the 3rd FabFitFun box. Okay, congratulations, ladies. I will find a way to get in touch with you. I did say if you weren't here, that was okay. We will be doing another giveaway soon, so don't think that if you didn't win today. Just so you know, everyone's names are in this box as well, because we have the Sunnies giveaway. Yeah, make sure you follow each of the Sunnies. That would be Mia Rice, Let's Talk About Jamie Johnson, and Manic Makeup Mama. The box is a FabFitFun starter box, Premier Hell. It's a you guys are gonna have to pay a $5 shipping fee, but like I said, FabFitFun is gonna load this box up with at least $100 worth of the products. FabFitFun is absolutely amazing. So I'm really glad. Yeah, 4 things. Oh, there's 4 things in the starter box. Oh, Heather and Kaylee, did you get yours? Did you get your starter box? I know you had one from somebody else. I hope they got back to you to get it. Oh, the spring box is absolutely amazing. I don't think that's going to be what you're going to get in the starter box. It's going to be a smaller one. And you don't have to stay with it. You just get the free box, and if you want to cancel it, like I said, if you already have it and you know, you do it this way, then you know, just use another one. All right, guys, so that is that. Congratulations to the 3 winners. I'm going to find a way to get in touch with you. Oh. Oh, you can't get it if you use a different email address? Oh, I thought you could. I know some people have multiple boxes with different email addresses. Heather, oh great, you're here. You just won. You just won, Heather. You won the starter box. So I'm gonna need you to email me your information so I can get that out to you. It's gonna be a you have to pay a $5 shipping fee for the FabFitFun starter box, but it's totally worth it. You're gonna get your own little box and you cancel right after that. Yeah, just use a different email if you already have the full one. Yep. So, so that's that. So, Heather Hernandez, you have won. So, my email address, actually, I'm just going to say it right here because I'm not afraid of who's going to email me. So, if you wish to, you're going to have to email me your, information so I can get that to you. My email address is, KELLYAM12 at yahoo.com. Oh, Heather, you already have it, but I think you could use another email address to get it. Do you want me to pull somebody else? I could do that. It's up to you. Let me know. Yeah, you could use a different email address to get the starter box, Heather. If you don't want to, that's okay. I mean, I would like you to have it. It's up to you. I could pull another name to do that. Yeah, you could still get it. You should just be able to use a different email address to do that. It's the starter box. You just make sure you cancel it afterwards so you don't get 2 summer boxes. If you know, unless if you want 2 summer boxes. I mean, I know there's people out there who get like 3 or 4 boxes of every box, so they get different things. I mean, I'm not that rich, so I can't do that. Yeah, okay, Heather. So you got my email address. It's KELLYAM12@yahoo.com. Layla, I'm going to enter you in a different giveaway. How about that? I'm going to enter you into the Sunnies giveaway. In that case, we'll be taking care of, we could take care of that. Oh, I'm sorry, Heather. they may, oh. Oh, that's a cool idea, Cindy. I never thought of that. So yeah, so that's what we're gonna do, and so I'm gonna I'm gonna close out this live. Heather, just make sure you get in contact with me. My email address is KELLYAM12@yahoo.com, and I will put your email in for that. Missy Slaughter, Lorena Platas, get in contact with me so I give you your box. I have to do it this way because I know that these things kind of expire really fast. So if you don't come back to me by tomorrow at 1 p.m., I'm going to have to, I'm going to have to take care of that. So, okay? All right. Have a great